one gaffer boy like that sent me love letter. Then you beat me. After you beat me, after I cried, you now gave me peps. Oh God!
All those things.
Hi.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the part 2 of African Parents. Hey guys, please, if you've not subscribed before we continue this video, make sure to subscribe, hit the red button down below, subscribe and like this video. Thank you. Now on today's episode, I have the love of my life, the mother that gave it to me, Mrs. Holayemi Aziz Aderigbe. Thank you. So, we're shooting this video just right after they watched, she and my brother, after they watched the last episode. So she has a lot of things that she wants to say. That I'm a good child, though. I'm a good parent. I'm not a stubborn person. So, yeah, you were saying that you had your justifications for beating myself and Bolaji.
Will I really call it justification? I would just call it my own method.
Okay.
And there are some things I would do with my children that I might likely not do with
Other children.
But I'm not a supporter of
Corporal punishment.
corporal punishments. I don't advocate for it. But in my own house, there are things I would do. Like what the Yorubas will say, Inule ni Latin je ekote onidodo.
Okay.
I am permitted to do some things in my house as I deemed fit. While you guys are growing up, there were some things that I just have to put in place. And if I don't put those things in place at that time, I might not be the proud mother of you two today.
That's okay.
And because I want to be a proud mother, I want to put some things. Every home have their values. Every home have what they believe in.
Yeah.
I've been to houses where people were in their bedroom. They can decide to eat, lick sweet, take your plates. But these are things for me, they are not ethical.
Yeah.
And because they are not, even if others are doing it,
Yeah.
I have a right to instill that in my children, that in my own house, it is not allowed, it is not permitted.
We don't eat in our room.
Until today, you will see that it's something that is inside of you, no eating in the bedroom. It is, to me, I see it as it's a sign of laziness, and because I also I know that at that time when you were growing up, you litter things around. In fact, you can decide to put the bowl of whatever, and before you know
I
it,
still do sometimes.
rats and whatever will start festing on all these things. So for me, I just decided, and I know that it's not right, and so I'll not allow it. And beating a child, beating in quotes, it depends on what the beating is about. Like I know recently I watched a video about a father that was beating the child. I don't see that. That's not beating.
I said the same thing.
That's not beating as far as I'm concerned.
Raji was saying that it's still assault.
And most of the ways I relate with you at that time were that kind of beating. When you see beating, you won't be alive to talk that this is beating. So I know that that's part of beating, or that type of beating is not right. So I won't do that. But if I have to tap you, or if I have to give you 2 pow to make you do what I need you to do, then I will do it. And I did those things at that time because at that time it is your molding stage. And I like it because you said something in the last video I watched that those times you were so
I was scared.
but that now good. I wanted a situation whereby you will look back and there's another Yoruba saying that will say, Nínú èpè, nínú àdúrà, wàá máa fi kan ránṣẹ́ sí mi. I want you to ask yourself today that if you look back, will you say, I regretted that I came through this woman? Or would you say, thank God I have a mother like this? So those are the things that I want, and I think with God's help and backing, I've gotten to a level where I can afford to leave both of you, take away my eyes, and I'm sure and certain that my children are doing the right thing.
Okay, so I said something in the last video. No, I didn't say something. We're talking about something after you watched it.
Okay.
You were saying that your experience as a teacher, that there are some students that you just talk to and they will understand. And
yes, and like I say, I will also say it again that I am not an advocate of corporal punishment. But there are circumstances that you might have to go a step further. And what do I mean by that? I work in an organization where beating is a taboo.
Yeah.
Completely, 100% a taboo. And I must tell you that we grow over time, we learn over time, and as I am now, wasn't the way I was before. And one way or the other, I have learned better ways, a more matured way of dealing with some cases, which have proved positive. There are some children when you take them as a teacher, while teaching in my experience, I've experienced some children where you just need to look at them eyeball to eyeball. They get your message and they comply. I've met the ones that you have to get close and do like this. I have met some that you have to go and say, hello, did you notice I'm talking to you? These are all the ones. And I have met some back then that until you raise,
let me guess, she knew it.
before they do. But even at that, like I would say right now, in the age where we are in right now, I would tell anybody that cares to listen that beating is a no. I will tell you that there are some experiences that one has gone through in life that it's not all that went through such experiences came out positive.
Yeah.
And so if you have if you have gone through some of these experiences and you came out well, it doesn't necessarily mean that another child will go through
the
it
same
and still come out good.
Some have trauma and all that.
I have gone through some personal experiences that if others have gone through it, they might not be standing today. But thank God I went through it, I came out strong and better by His grace. And that's why I can stand today and still testify that the Lord is good.
Yeah.
But some have gone through it and they can't even take one instance, for example. I told a friend of mine during the period I was walking. And then I told my friend, I said, it's not every child that's faced such that will still come out and then will still say, I'll go to school, went to school, not just first degree, not to, went on and then still aspiring to be greater till tomorrow. Some of those people that we did that walking together at that time, some died along the way, some titi. So many things had happened. So the same way when you beat a child, especially if that child is not the one that can swallow it, that it's at a kind of negative, you understand, it could lead to some things. And that's why if you will testify, even at that period, because there's what we call a gauging period for you to gauge everything and like a feedback. And you will testify that for every method I use, I try to look. The moment I talk, I can't remember, was it how many days ago that I scolded Bolaji. Almost immediately I was trying to get close. It is intentional.
Did you remember when we were still living in Bamshe that one gaffer boy like that sent me love letter? That you beat me. After you beat me, after I cried, you now gave me peps. Oh God!
It's all intentionally done because I needed to punish you at that time.
But so that I didn't send the love letter back to him now.
I knew you did it, but probably there must have been a red flag somehow. Okay. And then you collected the letter. So those are the things that I needed to caution you, but at the same time, I needed to wipe away that beating part and then turn to the friend. Oh yeah, mommy. And those are some of the things. But now there are thousands of ways to get across to a child without necessarily beating that child.
So you're saying that you grew to start listening to us, or was it like an experiment for you?
Was it an experiment? No. I actually grew up in a very loving family.
Yeah.
But one way or the other, I left the family to live with my aunts, which wasn't a palatable or fantastic experience at this time. But coming back to my family, I also experienced love again. And don't forget, the time I was living with that aunt of mine was my molding period stage in life.
Yeah, but
so
they were treating you the way they were treating their children was not the same way they were treating you at that point.
It wasn't really the same way, but and then don't forget that I happen to also be the only girl papa around that house. All the others are male. So if this person in question is alive today, she too would have said because I'm a girl, and then she's trying to take care of me or whatever. But whatever way or whatever interpretation one wants to give to it, the fact still remains that there are steps one will take in life in bringing up a child, and the way I bring up my children might not necessarily work for the next neighbor. And you will also know that while both of you were growing up, the way I relate with you is sometimes different from the way I related with Bolaji.
Exactly.
And yes, I love the way you said it.
Exactly, because me, it was like I was getting more of the punishment and beating. Yes.
No, not in that realm.
Not in that realm.
You are a female child, and there are some things that naturally comes across a female child, and if it is not well managed, there is a stage at that period. The moment that stage, and I'm talking of that stage of 15, 16, 17, 18. That period is so sensitive that it's either you lose it or you gain it. And those periods are the periods you will come and tell me, hey, mommy, somebody finished your birthday. For crying out loud, I won't just let you go.
But me,
I will not. I will not, because I'm also yes, Bolaji could go out. And then apart from that, I gave birth to both of you.
Yeah.
And your personality is different from Bolaji's personality.
Okay.
And while you are growing up, I have noticed some things around your personality. You are a bit gullible at that time.
Wow.
Yeah. And I have seen one or two moves that the way you've been taken advantage of. by friends because of your subtle nature. So at that point, I needed to stand for you. I needed I needed to just put my feet down on some things. I needed to be strict at that time for you us to pass that level. And to the glory of God, the rest is history today. Now you go out. Now you do things. Now I can say go. You can come. Now, in fact, over the phone you say, Mommy, I'm here. I want to go to that place, and I will just say okay, because I have gotten to the level where, like I usually tell you that, if you do some things now and somebody is saying, yeah, they can't abuse me again.
Yes, me too.
I have gotten to that level where I have done my part as a mother. The only thing I'm doing now is pray for you that God guide our decision, but not deciding for you. And you will know that I don't decide for you. The moment you turned 21, I think we had a deal, and it does not bother me what you do. I tell you what you do. You are responsible for your actions now, and I think I'm okay with that. I'm proud of you, and sincerely, I feel blessed, but not because you are there, not because you're perfect in what you're doing right now, but because I see a passion inside of you for it, and I know to some they will be wondering, why not Monday? You know, sometimes I post it on my status and I can imagine what some will feel about it, but I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good because I have brought up two lovely children that can discern by themselves without waiting for me to tell them what to do. And I pray God will continuously bless you.
Amen.
Enlarge your coast, yours and your brother.
Amen.
And when others are saying there's a casting down, you shall be saying there's a lifting up.
Amen.
In the mighty name of Jesus.
Amen.
Have a lovely time.
Thank you guys for watching. So we've come to the end of today's video. Please do to subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. If they don't subscribe. Yes, exactly.
Like
subscribe.
it, comment, share it.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.